All right, well, I figured I better slow down and catch up on where we were at with this. So I've got my pivot points drilled, and they're just drilled with a center drill. Original Quorn, I think, calls for a number 1 center drill. I actually drilled these with a number 4. We got quite a bit more stuff hanging here and a lot more weight, all that good stuff. So the way I got those done is I spent quite a bit of time at the surface plate and just stood it up on my on the surface plate on the boss to get this horizontal. So I made sure that both sides were the same and laid those out. Then to get this one, I just laid it down this way on a 1-2-3 block, which raised it up off the surface plate, and then I manipulated it back and forth until I got where I wanted on both sides. And I'd marked them initially just by measuring and had them pretty close. So I went off of there and we've got them marked. So that's where that's how I got that. Now, to get the 1-2-3 block attached, I took the original mandrel that I built for this and I turned it down to 1 1/8, which was the largest 5C collet I had. So that's how I indexed it up off of that. This is where I turned down the stub on the end. This part, once I finish this part, I'm going to use this piece of material, what's left, I'm going to cut it down, and it will build things like adjustment knobs and things like that on the front of for the front bar assembly. So we're going to repurpose this, I guess, for all intents and purposes. The only reason I wanted to get that off of there, I'm going to set it back up like this and dust off this top surface, unbolt it, flip it over on the mandrel, set it back on there again, and dust off the other surface. So I've got flats there to start with for when we lay out the rest of it. And there's no real orientation I need or anything else. I just need it to be straight in there, and you know, it sits down, the back end of that stock is flat, so I'm happy with all of that. You know, if I wanted to be real trick about it, I suppose I could throw a V-block in one side of there and clamp it down, but I don't think it's necessary to do that. So I think we'll just take a end mill, wherever I've got my little cart, and we'll just dust the top of these off very quickly. That's all I need for that. Oh, quite a bit of difference in how those align there. One side's quite a bit longer than the other. Almost 1/4 of an inch, about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, now the only thing that misalignment means between top and bottom is this end is quite a bit longer, almost a quarter of an inch longer than this end is when I trimmed it. So it doesn't matter. We'll see how it lays out once I get it fitted up and onto the wheelhead bracket itself. Why, then we'll, we can potentially go back and shave the other end of this. Won't hurt a thing. So the way this all goes together, now that we've got here this far, and this is the way it looks. Good, where are we here? This is the way it looks. Got our 60-degree centers in both ends, and we've got these dusted off top and bottom. And this is directional because the knob will be on the outside. The extension on the motor comes out on this side. So what I did to it, and these will all get trimmed down, I've just taken 2 3/8 24 bolts and used long ones because that way they fit in the 3-jaw chuck all the way through, and I'm holding on the shank. And then I just went and turned a 60-degree point on each end so it matches that right there on both sides. And once we get everything fitted and get ready to do closer to final assembly, I won't wait until final assembly, but we'll get this fitted up and everything, then I'll go ahead and we'll cut these off. We'll cut a slot head in them, and then I'll probably put a washer and a jam nut on the outside, a thin jam nut, and that'll bolt them up. So the way it goes together, and we've already got this bracket drilled and tapped on these 2 sides, which is the pivot point. We still have to do these 2, drill and tap those, and I've waited to do those because I wanted to fit it with the wheelhead mount there. So these just sit in there like that on both sides for now. Once these are in and adjusted, they don't move unless you got something crap jammed up when you initially put them together, something like that. Otherwise, they stay in position. You want them to be tight, but you still want to be able to pivot the wheelhead up and down. And this will set in here just like this. And if we get things loosened up enough, it'll drop down into where it goes. Right there like that. And this is about where it sits. And there's our pivot action. And this may not be, it will be enough, but I may very well go back and open up this radius top and bottom just a little bit more, just to give it a little more pivot, although there's plenty there. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Bracket comes off of here, the motor will mount behind the column. This is a column. Our spindle will slide in through here on this end, and once we get all this stuff fitted, we can move on. I've got bearings ordered for the spindle, so once they get here, we'll start looking at that. I still have to finish the mounting brackets for the front bar, all the adjustment knobs and everything there. But right now, I'm pretty happy with this. So this is looking pretty good as far as I'm concerned. And I cut this way so that the bolt head will be on this side, and it'll get a shoulder in there and then a custom bolt that will turn and has a flat on the side, so it sits down there and pinches on the column. So we can take this and take it over and bolt it onto the column for a final view here. Okay, the way this mounts up on here is it sets on there just like that. Whatever position. That nut captive on the other side, it won't be an issue of tightening it down. And we'll of course have a ball handle. This will be one of the ball handle adjustments there. Anyway, that's the way it looks. It will pivot up and down for our adjustment, and I think I probably want a little more adjustment in there. We'll probably relieve that a little bit more, whether we set it back up in the mill with the boring head like we did, or if we just relieve it by hand. And I think we're probably going to set it back up in the mill and take a little bit more off, and probably, well, yeah, we'll probably take it off evenly both sides. So the next thing is going to be to drill these holes top and bottom, drill and tap them, and then set up our screws for in the top. To get it adjusted, initial adjustment, I'll probably do the same thing. I will probably take a couple of bolts, but then we've got to turn a couple of knurled knobs for them, and there's no sense in setting up bolts to do it. We'll just go ahead and turn our knurled knobs. So anyway, that's what we've got. Hopefully you find that a little bit interesting. Comments, suggestions, leave in the comment section for me below, guys. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch.